Hey everybody, it's Courtney, Firefox Studios, and I'm coming to you today from the truck again, and I'm doing a quick little review on the Loops and Threads Barcelona yarn. This is pretty much my favorite size 5 bulky yarn, so I figured I'd do a review, including care instructions. So let's learn about the yarn first. So Loops and Threads is a Michaels brand. That's the only place that I know that you can get it. Maybe you can find it on Amazon, I don't know. But Loops and Threads Barcelona this is why, probably, besides the fact that I love how it works up and everything, and I've got my camera up high so you guys can kind of see like how the color works out on this. Hopefully that's showing really good in the natural light. But I love the color change in it, and you can see there on the label, like they show that girl with that really pretty hat and scarf combo, which I guess that pattern is included, so that's a bonus. But anyway, I love it because it's a bulky yarn, but it's 328 yards in the skein, so they're huge. They're big old skeins, and I love that. You know, it's 300 meters for those of you who measure it that way. And it is, of course, made in Turkey, like a lot of these great yarns are, and it's size 5 bulky, and I like it. And you guys know I love the tiny stuff. All about size 3 and under. But I love this yarn. So I discovered it last year, and when I discovered it, it was on clearance. And guess what? Right now, it's on clearance again. So right now, the normal price of this yarn is $7.99 per skein. But right now, you can get it for anywhere from $3.97 a skein for some of the colors. I found Leafy. I was on the app before doing this video, and I was like, not that I should be, but you know, I was on there and I was looking, and I was like, well, what color? And of course, one of the ones that I want that hasn't been available at my store when I went is Leafy. It's a green one. It's really pretty, and it's $3.97 a skein right now. But the bulk of the colors seem to be about $5.99 a skein, and that was Michaels online. I'm sure it's the same in the stores and everything, and being that it's clearance right now, that kind of tells me they aren't going to have it for a while after this, which I think I experienced that last year. I, of course, bought mine when it was on clearance, and then I bought like a whole bunch of it. You know, I used a lot of it up doing various projects. But one of those projects was the sweater that I'm wearing, that I'm trying to show you guys right now. And I've shown this in other podcasts, but I love this sweater. And the care instructions on this are, you know, of course, machine wash, which is great because this is 100% acrylic yarn. And by the way, it's 6mm on the crochet hook, 5.5 on the knitting needle, in case anybody's interested. And it's machine wash cold, which I always do, but it's tumble dry on low heat. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, low heat. And you know, I didn't do that. I, of course, like always, threw it in like regular, and I ended up with what is known as felting. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I'm trying to show that. If you look right there, there's the little fuzzies and stuff that I've created. And normally what I do is I trim those off. But I did want to film a review to show y'all this is what I've ended up with. I get that on there, and you can look. I've lost some of my stitch definition because, well, like I said, I've dried it too high. I've used way too hot of heat on it, and over time, because I've had this for so long and washed it several times, it is starting to lose some of the definition, but not all of it. I mean, you can still see the main stitches in this, and that, you know, to me, it's not ruined. But if you're getting this yarn, especially right now, you're going to grab it up on that great deal of clearance, $3.97 to $5.99 a skein, you definitely want to go with low heat. I'm going to have to start paying a little bit more attention in doing low heat when I try things, because I am creating fuzzies that I have to deal with all the time. I mean, I trim them off, or some of them I can kind of like, they'll get so toughed up, I can just kind of like pull a little yarn ball off that it creates. So definitely recommend this yarn. I'm not a huge bulky person, like I said, but this is a yarn with the color change and everything that it does. It's so gorgeous. This color is Wild Berry, by the way. And this is one of my favorites. And I really think that, I mean, there's a color for everybody. They've got more neutrals. They've got even brighter stuff in that line. So it's something that everyone can find one. that they will love. And with the color change and all, you get to just use that ball and only that ball and make a really pretty project that, you know, if you're looking for kind of like the different colors and stuff, like how this is doing on me, it's changing color. I'll pull it up some. So it's so pretty. I'm dressed in the parking lot at work. But as you guys know, I am terrible about reading the instructions. So in some ways, I wish I had paid better attention, because then I could show y'all the pretty stitch definition that you get with this. But like I said, I don't feel like it's ruined it. So you tell me, have you ever used this yarn? Is this one of your favorites? Me personally, I avoid the bulkies more so because of the yardage. You know, I'm real like crazy about the yards that I get. And a lot of bulky yarns are, you know, less than 100 yards, or they're just over 100 yards. You don't see a lot of yardage in those balls. So for me, something like this that has 328 yards, that's a lot of yardage. So for my sweater, even doing the plus size, which was the 1X that I did, I used 2 full balls and just a little bit of a third. So even if I had bought it at full price any day of the week, no coupons or anything, I would have spent under $25 or right at $25 with tax. That's still a bargain to me, because I could go buy a sweater for around the same. And that's like with my things, I try to keep things when I'm making things for myself. If I can buy it cheaper in the store, I don't necessarily want to make it. Like, I want to have a savings and not just the joy of crocheting and loving to create it. I like to save money. So I am cheap. I've said that a bunch of times. So, you know, being able to create it for less than what I could go buy one when I find these on sale like I did last year, I paid $3.97 a ball. And so it was under 15 bucks basically, you know, or right at 15 bucks. No, under 20. Should have done my math before I came on here. Oh well. I swear I'm an accountant. But, you know, with the coupons and things like that, you can get it really bargainly priced most of the time. But pretty sure it's just available this time of year. And now they clearance it out, and I won't see it anymore until next year. And each year they seem to be coming out with more and more colors. So it's a great yarn. I do recommend that you try it. If you have tried it, let me know down below in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you did the same thing as me and did not follow the care instructions, which I'm like notorious for at this point. But let me know what you think of it, and would you try it? And please, 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 if you're wanting to get this yarn, get out to your store. I don't make any money off of that. I'm just telling you, like, getting it at $3.97 a ball. If you can find a color that you like that's, you know, clearancing out at that price, that's a great deal, especially on this yarn. So until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will come back later, in the next couple of days anyway, with some more reviews. I've been working with some of that new yarn that I got, so I know you guys were excited to see what I was going to come up with, you know, and what my thoughts were on it, and I'm going to be doing that very, very soon. So take care until next time. Bye!